We're live on Spiritual Psychics TV with Paul Bannister and his guests for Spiritual Talk.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Talk here on our home at SPTV. How are we doing, guys? Let us know that you're watching. Let us know and where you're coming from as well. We've got a few technical issues tonight, so don't worry. Bear with us. We've got a few internet problems, so stick with it. Come back on if you can. If you drop out or lose us, we'll be straight back in. Okay, it's good to see everyone. Also, if you like what we do, it's really great if you can pop a little like or love in. That would be fantastic. And I've just made a massive faux pas, Richard. I've not actually plugged my headphones in, so I can't hear Richard at all. So forgive me, Richard. I'm just going to plug you in so I can hear you. Oh, I've muted myself, have I? Oh, Richard. Hold on a second. So we've got technical issues already. Here you go. I prefer having you in my ear, Richard. There you go. I can hear you now. So sorry about that, guys. So anyway, here we are. We have got a great guest, but we haven't got him yet. So we're hoping that our guest is going to come in tonight. Hi, Trudy. She's watching, coming in from Cincinnati. Also, guys, don't forget, you can come in the studio and ask our lovely guests questions. But if our guest can't make it tonight, for whatever reason, please feel free to come in and ask me anything you'd like to know about mediumship. Hi, Jody. Jody's in watching already. Also, guys, don't forget to, like I said, like and share. We'd love you to share us out there, get our name out there so people know who we are and where they can find us. That would be brilliant. Hi, Kim. How you doing? So yeah, guys, if we don't have a guest tonight, I'll do it myself. You can come and ask me questions, ask me whatever you like, and I will try to answer it as best I possibly can. And we're just hoping that Johnny's going to turn up. And hi, Terry. Good to see you. Yeah, we're just going to see who else is coming on. Don't forget to share, guys. We'd love the fact that when you share it, it gets us out there. It gets the algorithms of Facebook and YouTube. Especially when you like it, because they kind of go, oh, there's something here we're missing, and it gets us out there. Hi, Tracy. Good to see you. I'm just keeping half an eye on my phone because poor Johnny's not logged in yet, so we're hoping he's coming tonight. Hi, Kelly. She's coming in from Kings Lynn. Good to see you, Kelly. And it's good to know where you're watching from, guys. Hi, Jane. I know where you are, Jane. She's in Norfolk. Hi, and hi to Trevor as well. Hope you're watching as well. Hi, Kim. Good to see you. She's all the way over in North Dakota. Hi, Kim. Yeah, be great to. Oh, and they're coming in thick and fast now, Richard. Krish. Hi, Krish. Good to see you. And she's coming in all the way, sending her love all the way from South Africa. Fantastic. And hi, Candy. She's coming in from Brighton. So we will do some messages. Hi, Donna. Donna's saying hi as well. We will do some messages, guys. So even if Johnny can't make it tonight, we'll still go ahead with the program. Let's see what we can do, shall we? Hi, Cheryl. Good to see you. And hi, Susanna. Good to see you. Hi, Mandy. All the way over in another Norfolk girl. It's good to see a lot of Norfolk people on. Hi, Neil. Good to see you too. It's good to see you guys. Oh yeah, Neil, if you're about, maybe we could interview Neil. It'd be great to see you. It would. So we're poor Johnny. We've not heard. We're just hoping Johnny's okay. Last I heard he was coming on the show, but life, like we said, life gets in the way. Things happen. So we're hoping that Johnny's okay first and foremost. And if he can't come on tonight, we'll get him back on another time. Hi, Robert. Good to see you. Like I said, any questions you want to ask, and if you want to come in the studio, please do. Hi, Connie. Good to see you, Connie. Oh, there's my face on there as well. Not so good looking at myself coming back at me. Hi, Chrissy. Good to see you from Colorado. Love that heart. That's great. That's great stuff. And hi, Eva. Good to see you too. Lots and lots of people watching tonight. So as I was explaining, guys, if you want to come in and ask a question, please do. Or just ask me a question. We don't mind. Hi, Julie. She's coming in from Middlesex near Heathrow. Are you on the flight path there, Julie? With those big old planes coming overhead? You always see those great captions of the jumbos coming over the houses. Great stuff. I'm not sure I'd want to live under it though, to be fair. Anyway, so what should we do, Richard? What shall we do? Is there anybody who'd like to come in and ask questions? We could always do messages as well. What would you like to do, guys? This is over to you. I'm just keeping half an eye on my phone in case Johnny's having trouble logging in. Because we're using Zoom now, guys. Onessa, good to see you all the way from the US. Good to see you on here with us, joining tonight. Antonio, and where are you coming from? Oh, Portugal. Great to see you, Antonio. Great to see you on here. Sharon. Hi, Sharon. And she's from South Norfolk. Loads of Norfolk people on here tonight. It's great to see your support. And if you're around tomorrow night, guys, in Norfolk, I'm at the North Walsham Community Centre doing a demonstration there in aid of the Shore Trust. Oh, Julie's asked, how did I get started? Okay, good question. Around the year 2000, after I'd had a bit of a life-changing event to me, Julie. I had an operation. Well, we've got Diane coming in as well. Hi, Diane. Can you hear me? Oh, yes. Oh, good to hear. Good. Thank you for joining us. What's your question for me this evening? Ah, she's not live yet. Yeah, that's it. So we're just going to get Diane. We've got Diane coming in. She's going to ask a question. So if you get your phone, Diane, and just tip it like that, it should change. Oh, it's an iPad. Hopefully we can get Diane. She's going to ask a question. Just coming back to Julie's question. Yes, it kind of started around the year 2000, Julie, after I'd had an operation. And it kind of went from there, really. And we're just hoping Julie's going to come in. She's trying to rotate her iPad. And she's on the move as well. Yeah. Hopefully any second now we can get Julie in. If you want to come in, just let Richard know. We'll bring you in. Also, you're more than welcome to come and share your stories as well, stories that you have or experiences you've had you'd like to ask a question about. Just come on in and ask me. I don't know if you're still there, Julie. You still there? Diane, sorry, I'm looking at Julia and I've got Diane in the background. Sorry, Diane. Are you still there, Diane? I think she might have disappeared, Richard. Well, oh no, here she comes. Yeah, there you go. Hiya. Are you? That's it. Are you live now? Okay. There you go. Hopefully you're going to be in now, Diane. Yeah, I believe you're live. Hi, Diane.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
The question I want to ask is, what does the future hold for me and my partner with MS?
Ah, okay. That's not the type of questions they would answer, to be honest. That's not the kind of thing they would say. We generally don't answer medical questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but is there anything else you'd like to ask?
Well, what do you see me moving?
Do I see you moving?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's it.
okay, you put me right on the spot. Let me just tune into you and see if I can see you moving. Do I see you moving? Again, that's I'm not picking that up either because that'll be connected to your medical issues. So that's the thing that connects into that. That's the problem.
Okay, then.
Is there anything else you'd like to ask now you're here? Because you bared with us. You've done really well to try and come in as well and stuck with it. It's not easy coming live on Zoom. And what part of the world are you coming in from?
Sydney, Australia.
Oh, brilliant. So it's early morning there.
It's 7:15.
Wow, that's a great effort. That is a great effort. Yeah. Is there anything you'd like to ask about the spirit world or anything?
No, I'm really interested in the spirit world. My mother and grandmother were psychics, and it went
Ah,
back in the generations. Yeah, I'm a bit fearful of what I see and what I hear. Sometimes it's I don't know how to accept what's going on.
so when the problem is, we can also, when we see things that we don't understand, we can very
Yeah,
quickly get into fear mode.
which I'm doing. Yeah, but
Yeah. So
sometimes
are you able to talk about what you see? Can you share a little bit of that?
I just feel um not all the time, but I feel a lot of when I feel death around me, I can pinpoint who's going to pass away and the exact time. And
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling at all. And I
That's
seem to
more
be,
of an intuitive sense working rather than spirit actually telling you what's happening with someone.
oh, okay then.
So that's more your own ability, your psychic sense, being able to tell when someone's going to pass. It is quite common. It's quite common. I do believe that we're all psychic to a more or lesser degree.
Yeah,
And so therefore I wouldn't fear that. I really wouldn't. That's just you being open. And you said yourself, your grandmother and your mother were both psychics.
yeah,
Did they both
yeah,
work in that way? Because that would make a lot of sense.
yeah, they did. Yeah, yeah, they were very much so. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I've got
Yeah.
all my mother's and grandmother's cards and everything.
Yeah. And you never feel to pick them up and try working with them.
No,
Okay. Because there really isn't nothing to be fearful of. Spirit only works with love anyway. It only comes in on the highest vibration of love. So
oh,
therefore,
okay,
why would you fear something that is so loving?
that
So
is true. How
yeah,
you said, yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. I
No, I
hope that
might
helps.
step up today.
Yeah.
Actually, now that you've said that, and
Yeah.
see how I go.
Yeah, absolutely. Do not fear. It's a human instinct to fear something that we don't generally understand or can see. You know, a lot of us see things moving around the room. Just because we can't see it with the naked eye, we tend to fear something that we can't perceive or understand.
Yeah,
It's generally our loved ones anyway.
yeah, that's what I
So,
thought. Yeah.
and they
Okay,
only
thank
come in with
you.
love. So yeah, I hope that, and I wish you luck for the future. I really
No,
do. I hope things work out for you. Okay.
thank you very
Right.
much.
Thank you for
All right.
coming on. Thank you for
Okay.
coming on.
Thank you. Bye.
Awesome. What a great effort, Richard. 7:15 in the morning from Sydney. What a brilliant effort. Guys, any more questions or anything you'd like to ask or anything you'd like to add to the show? We'd love to know. And also, any ideas? I should say this in the shows. Who do you want to see? Who do you want me to interview? We've got some great guests coming up soon. We've got Kelly Miller coming over from the US. She's going to be on. We've got our own very own David Howe. He's coming on. We've got quite a few guests lined up, guys. So we've got some exciting stuff coming up. Are you getting any comments, Richard? Because I'm not seeing nothing my side. Any questions you guys would like to ask? I'm not sure. I haven't checked my phone for. I'm hoping that Johnny might still come in. No, I don't think Johnny's coming tonight, which is a shame. Guys, the other thing we could do is messages. If you guys don't want to ask questions, we could start some work and let's get some work. What do you think, Richard? Do some messages. Yeah, shall we? Okay. Oh, controversial evening, did I hear? We could talk about a subject or we could do messages. Hi, Matt. Oh, Matt Fraser. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Louise. Yeah, we're waiting to hear from Matt, actually. We did send an email. So if you do know Matt, if anyone knows Matt personally, tell him to come back to us. I've also asked the Long Island medium to join us. How good would that be? Teresa Caputo. Oh, Michelle's asked, why did I see a golden aura and my son telling me he passed? So, Michelle, your son, I'm assuming, is still here. And was this a dream or was this is something your son mentioned to you? Need a little bit more detail with that, Michelle. Oh, why did I see a golden aura and my son telling me he passed? Interesting. Yeah, I need a little bit more context to that. Yeah, it'd be great. And why not come in? Yeah, why not come in? Oh, great. While we're waiting, from Chrissy, when you connect to spirit, do you feel it in your solar plexus? Absolutely. I sometimes get a bubbling feeling. Interesting. I connected with spirit for someone yesterday and I felt it. I heard it first. I heard a strange noise on the opposite end of the phone. Then I felt it in my crown center around me. And so it can really come in different ways. It really does come in different ways. When I used to work from here, I used to do a lot of messages working online, and the couch behind me, I used to see them sitting on the couch queuing up to give their message to their loved ones, which was quite funny. Doesn't happen that way anymore. Beside me here, I've got a chair, and occasionally they'll come in and sit beside me, or they'll come in and stand behind me. They don't tend to wait on my couch anymore. Possibly because it is a very comfortable couch and you could fall asleep on that. I hope that answers your question, Chrissy. But yeah, solar plexus, it's very common to feel it in the solar plexus, like a bubbling sensation. I sometimes get a feeling when they switch over, like I'm going over Humpback Bridge. You know, if you're going too fast over Humpback Bridge or a roller coaster, it's that kind of feeling when one comes in and one comes out. It feels that way. So any more questions, Richard? And did Michelle come back to you? Oh, I'm hoping I've not lost the internet now. Okay. Oh, I did not know he had passed and I was ill, and I see the light, him standing there telling me 3 weeks later he was found. Was found alive or had passed? Okay. I believe you're talking about an incident that's happened in your life, Michelle. Would you like to come on? We'd love you to come on. Generally speaking, when you see gold in somebody's aura, it's a very high vibration. Personally, I believe it's you connect it to Creator, God Force. That's how it is for me when I see that in someone's aura. Yeah, I see the light standing there. Okay. Yeah, it'd be lovely. Michelle, do you want to come in? We'd love to get you in on the show. If not, Richard, I'm just going to start working in a minute. Yeah, I think I'm going to start working, guys. Let us know, guys, if you want messages. I'm just going to sit here and connect to spirit and see who comes in. Because I wasn't expecting to work, I'm not ready to go, but I'm just going to sit and tune in and see who comes in, and we're going to go from there. Okay. Karen's on her way in as well. That's great. But I will start the process. I'm just starting to take my mind to the spirit world, and I'm asking who's going to come in first, and I'm already feeling spirit coming in. So we get Karen in. Sharon. Oh, Sharon. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Sharon. I know Sharon's got really bad internet. Hello, Sharon. How you doing? You're on mute, Sharon. So it'll be the bottom left-hand corner of your. If you look at your, there you go. How you doing? You're live, Sharon. Yeah, sorry about that. You might have one of the tabs open. Brilliant. Awesome. What's your question?
Oh, God, my this
Oh,
is
I've lost-
internet. It's awful.
I should say, this is a great case for getting better broadband into Norfolk. If anyone from the government is watching, we have
Oh,
terrible
no.
broadband. We've just fire away, Sharon. What's your
no.
question? No, she's frozen. She has frozen. Richard, do you ever get the feeling it's going to be one of those nights? Yeah, we'll try one more time, Sharon. Can you hear us, Sharon?
I
No,
can hear
she's not.
you, but
Yeah, I
I'm
can hear
having.
you.
Yeah, I can hear
She's
you.
on the move. She's on the move. There she comes. Is she live, Richard?
No, this is just not working.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's okay. That's okay. Don't worry. Thank you for trying.
Okay.
All right, you take it. Oh, you might be able to work. It might work now, Sharon. Can you hear me? Oh no, she's on a delay. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually sharing a story that happened to me recently. Something weird.
Okay. Yeah, when you get the echo, just try and talk over it.
A neighbour died recently. Yeah. And
Yeah, it's difficult to think when you get a double bounce back.
I don't know how to resolve this.
That's okay, don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry, Sharon. Do you want to type it out to us and we'll put it up?
I'll do that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Lovely. All right, thanks, Sharon. Thanks for trying. And we've got the lovely Neil in the background. Hi, Neil. Can you hear me? Are you live? Yes, I can. Perfectly. Yeah, can you just keep it? Yeah, just rotate it. That's it. That's it. Perfect. Perfect. Good job. Anyway, Neil, how are you? It's good to see you. So, Neil, you're a medium. Tell us a little bit. I'm just going to interview you for a little while. Do you have any good anecdotes? Any good stories? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'll just check in with Richard to make sure you're live. You're not quite live yet, so bear with us. We've got Neil Payne coming on, guys. Neil is you're live now, Neil.
Am I live now? Can you
You're
hear
live
me?
now. We can see you.
Wonderful.
Welcome to Spiritual Talk.
Nice to be here.
It's good to see you, mate.
And you.
Yeah, I know.
Can
You're
someone else-
working for people that don't know, you're working medium, aren't you?
Yes. Yes.
Anything you'd like to share with us tonight?
As in, what, working as a medium?
Yeah, share with some of your experiences. We've got other people coming in as well, so it'd be great if you can share your experiences. Anything that sticks out for you?
So for me, it's been great. But also I think it has its down times as well.
Oh yeah.
It has its moments, both of them. And I think sometimes I always say that mediums sometimes need time out as well, because that's really important. But it's been great meeting so many people. I've met so many people in my life as a medium and travelled quite well as well, different places, teaching as well. So yeah, so it's been a wonderful journey really. But I feel sometimes we go through quite hardships as well to get there.
Yeah.
You know, it's not all handed to you, is it, Paul, on the plate?
Yeah.
You have to put the input into your work.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I enjoy it.
Can I just ask a question though, Neil? If you was at the beginning of your road, what would you do differently?
What would I do differently? I think I probably would like to learn a bit more about different aspects of mediumship. Not just mediumship, but healing, I think, as well. Maybe the ultra states as well, you know, all different aspects, you know, because I don't feel that I've really had the time to learn all the other aspects of things.
Yeah.
you know, because I sort of worked really hard at my mediumship. I always said to the spirit world, you know, when you start out, you get messages from mediums, and your loved ones come through, and you get told that you're going to be a medium, and you've got this, and you've got that, and I always said to the spirit world, well, if I've got all these aspects of these gifts, let me explore one only first. And I've been working with my mediumship for 30 odd years. I'm still working with it now.
Okay. Yeah.
You know? So it would have been nice to explore maybe different avenues as well.
Yeah. 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 And in terms of experiences though, anything that sticks out to you that inspired you to carry on working as a medium, especially in the early days? Motivation is a thing. I know for myself, I was very, it was where I come from. I was quite cynical in terms of I had that negative thought process that if this is real, I need more proof. This is really happening to me. I want to see more. I want to feel more.
Yeah, I was the same, Paul. I was exactly the same, you know. I mean, one of the stories for me that really holds out for me more than anything is touching a man and helping this gentleman who is a non-skeptical believer.
Yeah.
Who actually I helped him from dying, basically. He didn't know he had that hemorrhage, a brain hemorrhage going on. And
Right.
through a message to his wife that came to see me at the church, and through his parents coming through, saved this man's life. And
Wow.
I don't in 3 years.
There's Neil. There's me telling I get our first guest to come on. We don't do medical stuff. I've never known that. That's amazing. So you actually got that.
I got that, you know.
Right.
Now, but I didn't know where it was going. I didn't know it was about this man,
Right.
but it's all about this hemorrhage. And but both parents had the same issue. Both of his parents gone through the same thing.
Right. Right.
And then it wasn't until after all of this happened, and then it was at a church actually. And when I went back to that church, so what I found funny was the husband would always drive the wife, and he was sitting in the car park of the church in the car waiting for her to finish her meeting.
Right.
Right, he would never come in. Right, and then on this particular time, when I met him again, he actually said, "Is this young lad that saved my life?" She said, "Yes, it is." And he said, "I just want to say thank you for everything you did." He said, "But now my wife is my carer. I don't drive the car."
Oh.
Yeah. So, and to me, that was one of the most. I mean, there's many, but that one will always be there for me. Always.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, how much do you work? Are you full time with it, Neil? Is this your full time job?
No, I'm only part time. I
Okay.
work I do usually work full time in a job.
Yeah.
You know, so trying to juggle out the two, I don't know how I do it. It's hard work.
I was going to say there must come a point where it becomes, you know, I don't want to say burnout, but there is that element to it where we do too much. How do you try to balance your energy?
With great difficulty, but I do try. I do get there with a lot of stress, you know. But I do get there. I think it's just a way of just like, because I've done it for so long, you know, you get used to it, you know. But now I've taken a step back now from the job that I was in. I've been in social care for 30 odd years as well, same time as my mediumship, really.
Okay.
I just found the two, it was really weird. Just the two came together.
Yeah.
You know, so I was always told I was a healer as well, but I think my healing side was my social work, caring, you know. So I've done mental health, I've looked after people with learning disabilities, autistic behaviours, challenging behaviour, Alzheimer's, dementia. So I've been in the whole aspect of the care area. So I think that was my healing, really, my healing abilities within that work.
Yeah. Interesting. But you still have to find this balance within ourselves, within our work and what we do. Do you find yourself just going off and doing something specific, different completely? Like for me, I go and watch a football game or go and watch a match, you know, that just, you know, completely the opposite to what we do with this.
Oh, I'm a musical theatre person. I love watching musical shows. I'm going to watch Sister Act next Wednesday.
Ah, Okay.
Yeah, and then I go away to Colchester for 4 days working in Colchester.
Yeah. Is that with mediumship?
Yeah,
Oh, excellent.
the spiritualist church. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah, no, I love. So is that in the West End, by the way?
What? It's actually in
Yeah.
Brighton where I live because we got.
Ah, okay. Oh, you're based in Brighton. Oh, I see. I see. I see. Do you know, I'm because I asked the question, because I wasn't sure how it was going to go tonight. Our guest, we don't know what's happened to our guest. He's not arrived, and I was gonna about to do messages, but I've got Spirit with me for some reason. And now that I put the aerial up, so to speak, to bring Spirit in, I'm very much aware I've got someone with me. So I'll see if I can hold it at bay. But I've got a very pushy gentleman with me trying to come through. But we'll
Go
see.
ahead with it. Go ahead with it.
Well, I'm gonna say, shall we do a couple of messages together?
Yeah,
Shall we? Do you
yeah.
find how you feel? I mean, I've put you right on the spot, but shall we do some work together, Neil?
We can do some work together.
Shall we? Let's see what we get. Okay. So as I'm blending here, I'm very much. I hope this gentleman isn't for you. Actually, I was hoping to bring someone for the public, but because I've set the intention to work, it's coming in. So I've got a gentleman with me. Oh, Angela said hello, by the way. She said you're flipping wonderful.
Is that Angela who?
Angela Washford.
Okay.
And
So,
is that your mum?
Angela, no.
No, okay. She's not your biggest fan like my mum. Yeah. Anyway, let me get on.
My mum doesn't do the internet. She doesn't know how to use. She can't even use WhatsApp properly. So.
Oh, bless her heart. Bless her heart. Yeah, my mum does. She does all right. I'm not going to say her age. She'll kill me. But she's getting up there and she's still driving. So I'm well proud. She's still carrying on with her independence. Now I'm going to work and bring this message through. Guys, if you understand this, again, you can come in if you would like to come in and receive the message, but I'm going to bring this gentleman through. Do you fancy doing a double link now, or should we just go one each?
Yeah, I think I'm already in this energy.
Okay, let's do it then. Let's do it. Okay, I've got a gentleman here, and I know straight away he's passed with a heart attack. I know his dad. He's very keen to come in. He's also, I don't think it links to you, Neil, but I'm hearing a name that sounds a bit like Neville. Okay, because as he comes in, and I know he has interesting, one ear bigger than the other. It was quite by some margin. It's showing me his for some reason his ears, and he had a bit of a cauliflower ear on one side. Okay, he's also trying to give me the name Mark as well that connects to him. I'm not sure if that was a son or son-in-law, but he's trying to give me the name Mark. Also, the name Sue as well connects to him. I also know that Mum is still here because he's telling me Mum is still here. I also know it sounds like he's talking about a sister or an aunt that played the piano that's in the spirit world. And I feel that she was either a spiritualist or connected to the church, because she'd connect to the services as well. Does anybody understand this information? I'm getting I can't remember the last time I had this name, Nora. It sounds like it's given me the name Nora as well. And also, okay, he's just going for it, this guy. He's fantastic. He's really on it. He's given me the surname Jones as well. I'm feeling Neil's loveliness. Yeah, you've definitely got a fan there, mate. You've definitely got a fan. Richard, have we had anybody taking this contact? Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Can you hear me all right? Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. You're not coming through my headphones anymore, so I'm not sure what's going on there. I'm just muting myself. Oh, brilliant. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. I know I've got Dad here really, really strongly, but I keep getting a name that sounds like Neville that connects to him as well, and also Alan. And also, I know this gentleman had arthritis, issues with his hands. I also know he had his words, very strong constitution. He didn't miss a day of work in his life. I know he passed, he retired, but I don't feel he had a long retirement. It's showing me rather than telling me. I know he wasn't retired for very long as well. It keeps giving me the name Jones as well that connects, and also the name David.
Yeah, I was going to say, David,
Do you understand this, Neil? Have you
no,
got him as well?
I've got the name David with you, and I've got the heart condition with this man as well.
Yeah.
Also, there's a tattoo here as well. I thought there's a tattoo linked to this man. So there is a strong memory with a tattoo with this
Yeah.
star.
Yeah, yeah. And until we get, my cousin is in America, just married a Jones, and had BBY Nora. They lived in America, but now her dad is still here. Interesting. Interesting. Well, this gentleman, okay, this gentleman is a rather large man. He is very imposing, his energy on me. I can really feel how big he is and how strong he would have been. I know he went over really quickly because he's talking about the heart attack again that took him over quickly. I also know, who's that? Don't know. Sounds like, again, I keep getting this connection to the Jones. Married a Jones. Okay. Baby Nora.
Also, I saw there's teaching there, but I felt you picked up music, didn't you?
Yes, there
Yeah,
was
I saw
a
that.
he was very much making me aware of someone playing the piano or the
Yeah,
organ.
I saw someone taught music as well. I saw there was a music teacher here.
Louise has just put, my sister-in-law's father died of heart attack. His name was Jones, was a taxi driver. He is giving me different names and connections to him, but David is really specific with him as well. And also in Alan, he keeps giving me names and details. Okay. Uh, Again, he's a big man, and that, I can really feel his energy as he comes close to me. He's
So one of these then actually understand the tattoo because I get a
yeah.
tattoo quite strongly.
Yeah, there's a tattoo. He was a big man, Louise has put, but a talker. Very, like I said, he wouldn't put up with any nonsense, and we know, well, London taxi drivers are like that. But his gentleman was a talker, but in a good way, in a good way. I also know, okay, there is definitely, and you're right, Neil. There is definitely, I'm not sure if it's teaching, but the lady he's talking about, she was also into classical music. She liked classical music as well. But I believe she's still here. I don't think she's in Spirit World. I think he's talking about her being still here. So if anybody understands this, Louise, if you want to come in, you're more than welcome. Because once we get the connection and the voice, we can get in and flow with this connection. That'd be great to hear you if you can come in. Don't worry if you can't. We'll just keep going. Okay. Yeah. See, now I've got mum coming in as well. I've got another one coming. So I'm just going to, Neil, should we finish this one off then if people can't take it?
Yeah,
I've got another lady trying to come in.
yeah, I definitely thought it's for Louise, to be quite honest.
You think it's for Louise?
You know, the thing that sticks out for me here, Paul, more than anything, it's a tattoo. There's got to be a tattoo link here.
I'm
And I
not sure
think,
with the classical music. Well, the other thing is I'm picking up on is the connection to Liverpool. There's a Liverpool connection here as well. Very
mine,
strong.
mine definitely is tattoo, strongly about my tattoo here.
Okay.
It may be that somebody's had a memory of
Mm.
him tattoo.
Yeah, but yeah, and there is a Liverpool connection here, but I'm not sure. I don't think it's the football team, but there is a real strong connection with the football with Liverpool. So
I hate football.
yeah, but if you're down in Brighton, you should be supporting. What do they call the Brighton boys? Seagulls.
Seagulls, that's it.
Mm. My
Seagulls.
dad was a musician. David in the family. Jones was my brother's best friend. Family, but that's it. Okay, that was a musician.
I don't think it doesn't feel it's for Rebecca.
Not sure we're back with that one. Liverpool team, my brother's favourite. Not sure. Ah. Okay.
Hang on.
So is same spirit connecting to you both right now?
Yeah.
We believe so, yeah. So it's difficult, isn't it? Because it's subject to your own experience. I know what I'm picking up, and you know what you're picking up. If you want to come in, Jody, and see if this is for you, we'd really appreciate that. If not, we'll move on. But I know, yeah, okay. He's talking about there being an accident as well. And I know it was at work. He's talking about there being an accident. Wait, was that your alarm going off?
It's not phone.
Yeah, it's always the way when you're busy. Okay, we're gonna leave it then because I know he just wants to come through. So much love coming through, and I don't feel he's been over that long. The way he comes in with the power and wanting to connect with his loved ones. Okay, we're gonna leave it, shall we? Yeah, we're gonna move on. Okay, mate. Have you got someone with you? Because I've got somebody else with me.
Not at the moment, though.
So I've got Margaret with me, and I know she's mum, and she's just given me the name Margaret, and I know she's mum, and she's just come in. She's very matter of fact and just said, "I'm Margaret, and I'm mum." Okay. Also, okay. She's given me, what are they? She's trying to give me oh gosh, not good with flowers. I keep pushing with flowers. Oh gosh, carnations. Thank you. She just gave me. She just said it in my ear. Carnations. I know she loved carnations. Okay. And I've just got mum, and it's Margaret. How are you feeling with that, Neil? Can you feel that?
I'm not feeling it at the moment, no.
Also, no, she had a bit of a disability. She wasn't very mobile. She's making me aware that she wasn't mobile. I know she wasn't mobile. She's talking about being invalided for a couple of years, not being able to move around as much. I know she was supported and helped within the home because she's talking about it. Sorry, Richard. What's that? Oh, can you see? Oh, we're hearing Richard. I don't think he realizes he's live. Oh, I can take Margaret, but my grandmother. Okay. And again, she's given me the name Anne that connects to her as well. The Anne. And again, I've got she's Auntie Margaret, Tracy McIntosh. Okay, Tracy, would you also understand her keeping a tin full of different photos? Pink carnations, absolutely. The little ones. Yes, absolutely. Okay, I'm going to keep going, Tracy. If you want to come in and take this, it'll be great. She's also talking about the cupboard under the stairs being in a right mess. It was a right mess, and there's nothing she could do about it because she wasn't able to do much. But there was things around the house that she was getting fed up with because, again, she felt that she wasn't able to do much. She was a very house proud woman. She's also showing me the Radio Times. She's also showing me her living room as well. And there's a really unusual pattern on the carpet. It looks like a 1970s style. What do they call that, Neil? 1970s, like a paisley pattern. Not very nice.
No idea. That's before I was born, anyway.
Tracy's put yes, but this could be on. We've got a little bit of a delay. Okay, does that mean you're coming in, Tracy? We'd love you to come in. Okay, my gran is Margaret. Her middle name is Anne. Oh, this could be for you then. No, that feels strong. That feels really strong. Okay. Okay. Also, do you understand the cupboard under? Oh, full of wool. Loved Kit Kats. Paisley floor. That could also be you. We need to hear a voice, don't we, mate? We need to hear a voice. Guys, it'd be great if you could both come in. We'll just keep going with a process of elimination. But she's talking about the box of photographs that was found after her passing. There's lots of memories in there. Okay. Yeah, on a bit of a time delay. So we're just going to wait and see if we get. Are you guys coming in? We'd love you to come in. It's nothing worse than asking people to come in. They're probably sitting at home in their curlers, mate.
So I find people get a little bit scared of Zoom, I think. I love Zoom, I do. I think it's so good connection.
It is great, but it's it's a brave thing because we are live as well, and you never know who could be watching. The king could be watching. You never know, His Majesty. So
who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh, we got Linda or Lydia. Sorry, Lydia. Lydia's now connecting. Is Lydia live, Richard? Yeah, we just okay. Okay, we've got Lou. Awesome. Okay. So I okay. I just want to ask Lydia if she understands this information as well. Okay. Okay, but hold on. I need to make sure this is right. So the Margaret must fit with her and the Anne. Then no, I'm sorry. Because she was on I heard her say it in my ear. So I want to go to Lou. Lou, do you understand this information? Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Do you understand all the rest of the information as well, though, that Paul knows?
That's all right. That's fine. Would you understand that there was a box or a tin? It's more like a tin of photographs that were all messed up in a tin. Also, you'd understand her. She was very much a proud woman, and her health deterioration was a real frustration to her. Okay. Also, okay, right. She's great. Okay, she's talking about the November birthday as well. There's a November birthday that connects to her. Okay, yeah, and there's a couple actually. Okay. Also, she's come in like the gentleman before that came in, the gentleman that had heart attack, and the David. Did you hear the first one that come in?
My granddad had a heart attack, and we did have a relation called David as well.
And also the name Jones that connected.
I don't know about Jones.
It's funny because they're coming in very similar. As they come in, I'm very much feeling that potentially they could be together. And your grandmother's come in and said, right, I'm going to now this. I also know that she was like a second mother.
Yes.
Because that's the energy very much that she wanted to come in with. You'd also understand the 11th as well. She's very adamant about number 11. Number 11 is really important. I don't believe it's a birthday because it's not coming with any symbology. I believe it's a door number. She's given me the number 11. Also, she's also talking about Michael or Mike.
She was to do with the church, so there was a lot of people in the church.
Okay. Okay.
In the first one, you mentioned about church connection as well.
Oh, I did. You are right. I did talk about. Do you understand the lady? Because he was talking about the lady that played the organ or the piano.
My grandma had an organ in her living
room. Oh, thanks, Lou. That this makes so much sense. Tracy's put my auntie Margaret lived at number 11. Oh, we're gonna have a war. Who's gonna take this lovely lady? Okay, the pressure's on, Neil. The pressure's on, mate. We're gonna separate.
I just think you need to go with the person that can take most of that information. Paul.
I agree. I agree. But I also believe that spirit are that clever, there can be a message within a message. I honestly believe that. So there'll be certain elements of messages that are for us as well. So I'm going to keep going with this lady because she's really quite forthright. Now, I know for some reason, she keeps talking about the Scorpio and the zodiac and the star signs. She's talking about you looking at the zodiac and the star signs, but something to do with Scorpio, which I think is October, November.
Her birthday was in October. And my granddad's was in October.
Right, she's talking about Scorpio. Okay. But there's an astrological magic with her. The only thing I can conclude with what she's trying to show me symbolically that she was into this, she could do this.
Well, she was very psychic. She was into tea leaves, loads of things.
And you said this as well, Paul, I think, about psychic in the family or something.
Yeah. Can you hear Neil, Lou?
I can hear.
Oh, great. So yeah, Neil's saying about you being psychic yourself. Well, I know that about you already.
Can I just come in with it, Paul? Luke, would you know about tattoo then? Did someone have a tattoo in memory of someone?
2 tattoos.
Two. So we're there. It's you. So we
It
went
is definitely.
two.
Oh,
Okay.
what a lovely message. Yeah. There's also memories. You'd understand her. I'm sorry to be cliche about her grandmother, but you'd understand her liking to cook.
Yes.
Okay, because she's just with all the trimmings and roast potatoes, but it's more essentially about bringing the family together around a cooked meal and all of that. You'd also understand that she had to raise her voice from time to time to get people to listen, but when she raised her voice, people would listen.
Yeah.
There's also a naval gent or somebody that was in the Navy she's trying to take my mind to.
Dad was in the Navy.
Yeah, and also the name William or the Bill as well she's talking about that connects.
Well, William's Jack's middle name.
Ah, okay. Okay. Or,
also here, do you remember the Waltons, though?
What, darling?
The Waltons.
Yeah, the Waltons, yeah.
I've got a big family, like the Waltons family, sitting around a big table.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So I've got the Waltons sort of that.
Last time, like Waltons at night, we used to say good night, whoever, good night.
There you go. All right.
It looks like she's taking me. Sorry, mate. It looks like she's taking me to Skegness, by the way.
Yeah, she loves Skegness.
Ah, okay. I've been to Skeggy, not but
that's weird. I used to be a redcoat at Skegness.
Oh, really?
At Butlins, yeah.
Ah, excellent, excellent. And yeah, I just see her memories and love for going for Skeggy and family. Who's that? She keeps giving me Michael. She wants to acknowledge Michael, though. I know Michael's not been very well, but she wants to acknowledge the Michael or the Mike or the Mick. She's given me the same name.
Can't be.
Tracy's still going, by the way, with the comments. My Margaret's husband was called Bill. So interesting. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Right. And also, I know there was a rose that was planted in her name for her. Yeah. Okay. She's talking about someone here having headaches. And also wearing some kind of patch for like, does that make sense?
Yeah, my daughter's at the minute, she's full of cold and she's got headaches and she's wearing a heat patch.
Oh, okay. Can we just send them lots of love, please, coming from Spirit, please?
Yeah.
And lots of love. I know she's a very maternal lady, this lady that I have with me. The only thing I am very conscious of, Lou, is this lady would not suffer fools.
No.
And that's why she came in and went, Margaret, Anne, and she called herself Mum.
Yeah.
Okay. And also just remember the traditional things she keeps saying to you. Remember where you've come from, who you are, your family. Simple things like even baking bread. She's given me the baking the bread. Okay, just the simple things. Although oh, okay, I can't quite understand that. She's given me an opinion of where or a philosophy of where she come from, being a particularly difficult, not unloving. It was a very loving environment, but growing up in a difficult environment, as in there wasn't a lot of money.
Yes.
But there was a lot of love there. There's a difference, and that's what counts here. That got her through, the love in the family, and that's exactly what she's trying to give you. Neil, would you like to add a little bit more? You okay, mate?
I just got them. I don't know why, but I just got there's a bit of semblant looks with you and your gran. I feel that you're similar. Okay, and I think spoken about quite a bit. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And also, I feel that your gran talks of some jewellery that's been left here as well. People have got bits of her jewellery, and it's scattered around the family as well. Would you understand that?
Yeah.
And would you understand Julie as well?
Yeah.
The name is Julie, because your gran talks of Julie quite strongly here as well.
What?
Yeah, so your nan talks of this name, and it's very strongly for her as well. So she comes in with that strong name, Julie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And I just feel here as well, she says to me, I know there's been a lot of emotions going on at the moment here, okay, but they are trying to help with the situation as well. They're guiding the family together and trying to bring the family more closer. Would you understand that?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I feel there's been a bit of depart with maybe two people within your family.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
trying to bring you all back.
Right.
Okay. With Tracy.
Possibly, yeah, because Tracy's put my auntie Julie. God, for God's sake, she's put. Okay, like I said, a message within a message. That's amazing.
So I would say Tracy to share the message with Lou. Okay, so it's like as if it's a joint message from the both of you in different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also something about going to the fairground, getting out and going to the fair with the kids. You understand that?
Yeah, she just comes to the fair with us.
Okay, because I'm seeing a big wheel and she's making me aware of the fair and going to the fair with the kids. Also, who is that? Okay. She's no nonsense, your nan.
No.
She's no nonsense. And she makes me aware if I don't get this right, she'd clip me round the ear. He really would. But then if I got it right, she'd give me half a crown to go and get myself some sweets. And that's how she comes in. She's awesome. Awesome. And she's also talking about the single rose that was laid down for her at the funeral.
Yeah.
Single rose. Okay. Also, that's interesting. She's trying to give me it sounds a bit like Jemima.
Jemima, I remember that play school that is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's going back. Very, very similar sounding name she's trying to give me, which is unusual, and probably because I've picked that up is because my sister is Mima, and it's I believe I'm not sure if it's Scottish or Welsh, but I should know that. She'll tell me off when I see her next. But it's a very similar sounding name. Okay, I'll leave that. I know it's somebody really old going back with this, but she's trying to give me that. We just had my nan's funeral 2 days ago.
Tracy just said we've just had my nan's funeral 2 days ago.
Oh, bless. Okay. We'll leave their love with you, and thank you for working with us. If you can hear me, we're going to go to a commercial break, guys, and we'll be back in 2 minutes, and we'll do another couple of messages. Thank you, Lou, for coming on.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Bye.
Take care. Bye. Thanks, Neil. That was great fun.
Introducing the SPTV app, your digital spiritual guide for an enlightening journey like no other. Immerse yourself in a world of audio and visual content crafted to inspire, educate, and entertain. Seek guidance with our card of the day, choosing up to 6 cards for personal insights. Enhance your daily life with our wellness section, featuring nutritious recipes, affirmations, and balanced living tips. Explore our spiritualism section for a deep understanding of the religion, its principles, and spiritual answers. Unravel the secrets of the clairs and broaden your spiritual horizon. Easily find local readers, therapists, centers, or churches with our comprehensive directory. Stay connected with live broadcasts, check our schedule, and get to know our insightful presenters. Delve into the meanings of angel numbers, crystals, and a comprehensive list of divination meanings. All of this and more, available for free on the SPTV app. Download now at sptv.uk/app and start your journey with your digital spiritual guide.
Starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning, join Adele and Laura as they host their show dedicated to wellness and positivity. The program will feature special guests and live interactive readings.
Welcome back, everyone, to Spiritual Talk on SPTV. We've got a bit of a different show tonight. We've managed to hijack Neil Payne. He's come in. He's come in to be, well, I say interviewed, but he's also been press ganged into doing messages. Thank you for joining us, Neil. Before we go on with the messages, Neil, I just want to say, guys, don't forget to like and share, not just my programs, but we'd love your support on all the programs on SPTV. Tomorrow we've got Adele and Laura from 11 with their Living Well Today, and then tomorrow evening we've got Clara with her mediumship development at 8 p.m. So don't miss that, guys. If you're around in Norfolk tomorrow, I'm up at the North Horsham Community Centre, and it's all for charity. It's for the Shore Trust. I'll be doing a demonstration there, so it'd be great if we can have your support. All funds go to that charity, so it'd be good to see you there. Welcome back, Neil. Thank you for joining us. Do you think we should ask Tracy in? Should we see if we can get Tracy in? Because I think a lot of that also connected to Tracy.
I was saying, Tracy wants to come in, you know.
Yeah.
Some people come in and some people don't like to come in. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Once, I'm going back a little while ago, before it was on SPTV, when we was doing Spiritual Talk on its own, we had a lady come on in the bath. And her head was just popping over the bath. It was interesting. It worked. It was really good. It was really good. So Tracy, if you can hear us and you're around, we'd love you to come in. If not, I have got another spirit waiting, and that's strange, isn't it? To say that I've got someone waiting in the waiting room on the couch. Yeah. So I do have someone ready to go. If not, how are you feeling, mate? Do you have anybody with you? Oh, here's a question. Kate's asked, how did you get into this?
How did I get into this? That's an interesting story. So I lost my grandmother that brought me into this. I was about 18 at the time, and I was experiencing seeing her 4 days after she died to the spiritualist church, because I was a bit worried about my mum, because she was getting all these wonderful messages, because my mum was already going to the church before me. And one day, like you do, I was earwigging the conversation on top of the stairs, and my mum telling her two sisters that, I had this wonderful message from mum last night from a medium called Mavis Patilla.
Oh, yes.
Mavis. Yeah, the lovely Mavis Patilla. So I was hearing this, and I thought, I'm getting a bit worried about my mum. I think she's getting brainwashed. So I went along to the church with my mum that night. And then that night, I got a message from a lovely medium called Wilfred Watts. He was the president of Croydon Church and the minister of the SNU for many years. And he told me from word to word of my time when I saw my nan in my bedroom after she died.
Wow.
And told me that I would have many, many journeys and many lives to share with others as a medium. And I thought, yeah, whatever.
It's not all the news you want, always the news that you want to receive, because I mean, for me, I did not like the idea of standing up in front of people delivering messages, or even doing one-to-ones was never something that was appealing to me. Karen's asked another question. Do you believe that people have passed will choose a medium they like or like the way they work? I have been watching all different types of mediums for about 5 years and never had anyone through. Interesting. What do you think of that, mate?
I believe, as a medium, I believe that if it's the question of how I'm going to explain it, I think that's what she's asking.
Yeah.
I believe that the communicator from the spirit world does choose the medium who they work with, because they want to deliver the right message in the right way to their loved ones that's giving the message here.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like in this world, Paul, not everyone gels with each other. Not everyone always gets on with each other. And I believe the spirit world is like that. When they go to the spirit world, they got to feel compatible with the right medium as well. And quite often I feel that certain people will get drawn to certain personalities of people that are similar to them. That's what I feel.
Yeah, agreed. Great answer. And pretty much agree with you, mate, that mediums connect to spirit that are, I'm always told it's more to do with your experiences in life as well. So if you've had I lost a good friend from suicide, and generally get a lot of suicides, because I understand that process and the grief around that process. So I'm not afraid to go there, where I know other mediums that only get grannies through because they're comfortable with that experience, and it's very easy for them, if that makes sense. They're very comfortable with that. So I get a lot of that. I get a lot of dads as well that like football, so I've got a bit of a football background. So they connect with that. So it's horses for courses, really, isn't it?
It's like, obviously with me in the care sector, dealing with like nursing really with people in health, I identify different, and this is why I told people I can cheat here, because this is where my nursing comes into place, you know, because I can identify symptoms that I'm dealing with from the spirit world, that what they've had.
So that information is in your psyche. So you've experienced that in your life. So it's interesting. And you said about having a more broader spectrum. The more you know, the more knowledge you have. And I'm not saying it's about being academic, because I don't think necessarily being academic is great for connecting with spirit, because you've got that sort of left brain in the way too much.
Yeah.
You know, people that are generally, I always remember being told, people that are a bit more dreamy at school when they were younger are ideal. You know, people that struggle to focus on certain things. Karen's put, thanks for answering my question. No problem, Karen. No problem. So Tracy can't come through. She says she's not getting on. So sorry about that, Tracy. There was lots of love that came through with that connection, that last one we had on here. It was a great example of mediumship, especially when you hear the voice. It's just nice to get in and connect with them, our loved ones. It works for me that way. Does it work for you that way, mate? The voice, do you feel?
Yeah, there was a topic about this the other week, and someone said that it doesn't matter if we have a voice or not, because because you can do blind reading, you can actually blind people.
You can.
But I do feel the voice helps because it makes a stronger connection.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. Yeah, it does make a stronger connection.
You build on that energy, don't you? You build on that vibration of the voice when they're talking to you.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'm just biting my lips. Sorry about that. Valerie,'s asked a question. Do you believe in spirit guides, please?
Totally.
Yeah, that's a big question, that one. We could talk all night on the guides and ideas around guides, and people have misconceptions around guides. What's your favorite misconception that you've heard from people? Can I tell you mine? Can I tell you mine? I'm quite excited. I've heard people say, well, I didn't know what dress to pick, the blue or the red. So I picked it. My guide said, pick the blue. I honestly don't believe, well, it's not in my experience, I should say, that our guides help us to choose clothes. I think they're there at the right times when we need them. And if we're working in a certain capacity, I believe we're influenced and helped in what we're doing in our lives. But it's very much about our free will. How about you, mate?
Well, mine is, I think it's my days of Stansted, actually, when I used to be connected to the Arthur Findlay College.
Yeah.
I used to work there. I was quite lucky enough to work there. I was like the bar manager.
Oh, okay.
I was a bar manager there. And
so you know who drinks too much?
Yeah.
All the gossip.
Yeah, I know lots of stuff, but I'm not sharing that. Anyway, and quite often when it was a trance week, when they're trance week there, I used to dread the trance week. Absolutely dread, because everyone used to fight who had the better guide than the other one.
Oh, really?
Honestly, I used to hate that week.
It doesn't sound right to me. Yeah, I have heard that being said. I know a famous gentleman who told me he used to play his down. He called his guide White Ferret. And it doesn't really matter. And I've had it before where guides, they don't always give you a name, because people go, oh, I don't get a name on my guides. You don't have to have their name. Although there is something interesting around names. Apparently, if you do have their name and you evoke their name or say their name, they come in. They can't.
To me, Paul, with guides, it's not about the evidence of the guides, it's about the evidence of our loved ones in the spirit world.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That we have a team of people that help us, Yeah.
I was going to say that they are part of that process, aren't they? They're part of that process with that mixture. You've still got to do the hard work. You're still that link between them all.
Yeah. Everyone's going to have a nun and, a priest and an Indian, and do you know what I mean? But there's no evidence.
But do you think on that, Neil, that that's human? People need a construct. They need an idea so they can relate to a nun. They can relate to a monk or a red Indian, which is why they show themselves in that capacity. But in the background, God loves a trier, Sharon. I don't know if you can hear us or not. She's come back. She's not giving up, and she's come back and she's in. So, Richard, is Sharon live yet? You're still on mute. If you can unmute, just down, it's either the bottom left or bottom right. You'll see a microphone with a red line in it. If you just hover the little, there you go. There you go.
Yeah. Yay.
So Sharon she's managed to get on live without any feedback. You're live now, Sharon. Welcome to Spiritual Talk.
Thank you.
And what would you like to say? What would you like to ask?
Well, can I share
Oh yes, you've got a story.
I have. Sad story, but there's a quirk in it. Very recently, there was a neighbour who committed suicide.
Okay.
We were on scene, after it happened, and I tried CPR. Didn't work because he was already long gone. But anyway, long story. It was a couple of weeks later when his son, who lives with them, came over to us when the funeral day is going to be.
Yeah.
And I said, it's going to sound a bit weird. I said, but where I've been trying to sort of get rid of the images that I had on the day, I said, what's popping up? A picture's popping up. I said, can I describe it to you? And he said, yeah. So I described it. I said it was of his dad. He was standing like a photo. There was a background of landscape or green, but it was blurred out. And I said, I told him what he was wearing. And he seemed okay about it. And I said, can I tell him? He said, yeah. So I said, wearing a check shirt and the colours of it. And he said, that's my dad's lucky shirt. He said, and he only wore that shirt when he did his favourite hobby, which was metal detecting, because every time he wore that shirt, he found something.
Wow.
And I said, really? And he said, yeah. I said, well, it's weird because he's standing there and I saw him. I can still bring that image up each time. I said, and he's beaming.
Okay.
There's nothing, he's not saying anything, but he's just beaming. And I said, to me, he's trying to show his son through me that he's happy, he's out of pain, and what that did, that then evoked memories of his son and the dad. He said, oh, I know where that is. He said, that's where my dad grew up. My granddad had a farm. There was fields. That was just how it looked. It was in Wales. He said, as a kid, he used to go scrambling on the motorbikes with his dad over the fields, and also metal detecting as well, because it's a hobby he's always done. But the fact that the specific bit on there was that this image that I felt I needed to share with him, and I had to wait for the right moment, tentatively, and he was fine about it, and it was his lucky shirt. So I never saw him in that shirt ever, and he only wore it when he went and did his hobby. And I just think, that's just
Yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome. And he lived next door to you.
No, he lived in the close where we are.
Okay.
It was, but, they were sort of kept themselves as a sort of private family.
So you kind of describe what happens to a medium when they're working.
Really?
When you get images, you get the senses, you'll get the story.
Yeah.
And because what are we, if you break it really down, we are just a series of memories. Life is just memories, and when we connect on that level, with they will show you that sometimes they'll remotely view. They'll show you where they lived. They'll take you to important things that have happened in their life. It doesn't always work in that way. Sometimes it's very symbolic. They use a lot of symbols as well.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much working like a medium. So
we've got a comment there from Jules Fletch, is it? Wow, you've given his son beautiful memories. That's nice.
absolutely.
That's what I felt, because he was happy, and he was bringing back all the old memories of when they were together, and it's given us both better memories rather than the ones we had on the day.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So but I thought that's just one of many things. And then I said, sorry,
you work as a medium?
No, I'm a novice.
Well, there you go.
I'm a novice. I get images just pop up, and lately there's been occasional auditory, but I mean it's just mainly images that pop up. What I did get recently was an aftershave smell when I was in my greenhouse, and it was exactly the same aftershave smell that was on the sun on the day. And I asked the son, I told him, and I said, was that your dad's aftershave that you were wearing on that day? And he said, no. I said, because, we had a hug. I said, I had that smell on me. And I said, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I said, so it was something that I really remembered, and it was distinctive. It lasted about 5 seconds in my greenhouse, of all places. And it was just, to me, that was like a signal.
It very much is. It's one of the first psychic senses, smell, that we pick up on. And Jodie's asked a question: are the images shown the same as how you imagine things?
Well, I wasn't, when things pop up, I'm not imagining anything, because I could be anywhere and these things just pop up.
Yeah.
In public places, strange places.
Yeah.
Or I mishear someone saying something, and I said, "Did you say so and so?" And he said, "No." And I said, "Have you done this?" And I've followed up the odd things that have happened at the time, and then I get clarification, and I'm out and about. This happens.
And you must be in a really relaxed persona when that happens as well.
That sounds painful.
Yeah, I'm completely the opposite if I'm out. I can't do that if I'm out.
I don't. It happens. I can't control it. I can't control it, and sometimes it's really nice things, and sometimes it's a bit odd.
But I get what you're saying, Neil. So when sometimes we're going about our daily lives, not putting our mind to things, it's when it drops in. So it's when we're, not really engaging mind. We're not focusing on what's happening on TV or a conversation we're having on the phone. It's generally like when you're, in the shower or on the toilet, you'll suddenly get ideas, inspiration. Maybe not the toilet for you, Sharon, but you'll get the ideas and the inspiration coming in. So, and that's how that they get you. They can connect that way when you're not really going about anything specific.
Yeah.
So being in that relaxed state, or just being mindful of something else, that's when you'll get messages.
Yeah. So I thought I'd share. I mean, there's been lots of bits and pieces, but it's just got more regular recently.
Yeah.
And that was the more poignant one, because
well, there's clearly a message there then. So there's clearly a message that he's trying to give over to loved ones, and because you picked him up and connected with him, that's why you're feeling that, well, you're getting that because you're close to him.
Yeah. It's the funeral tomorrow.
There you go.
And I'm, I think I two minds. Do I go? Do I don't go? I'll go. Not fond of funerals.
No, but you might have an opportunity to say something if it arises. If you get that opportunity, maybe that's why you're getting that communication.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that fits in nicely to the other lady's question about mediumship and oh, I don't know, I've got a spirit in my ear. I've still got someone with me, mate. Might have to give a message in a minute. But I've still got someone with me wanting to come through.
Okay. Do you want to end? Do you want to finish now then?
Yeah, but well, we thank you for trying.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I did work out how to get rid of the other sound. I had to mute the other page.
It's great because I love it. I know we've not had a guest tonight, but Neil stepped in for us. We're so well, can't thank you enough, Neil, for doing that. But it's great that you guys have come in, you're taking over the show, and it's more interactive. We love people to get involved on SPTV.
Oh,
And
good. I've got well, for a future reference, I've got lots more anecdotes.
okay, we'll keep that, bear that in mind, Sharon. We'll bear that in mind. When you're a world famous medium like the Long Island medium, we hope you'll return our emails and come on the show. All right. So
sharing, you know,
Okay.
to other people and stuff like that. So thank you for that.
yeah,
that's fine. It's just, you know,
Yeah.
I now know I'm not going mad.
yeah, definitely not. No.
We're all mad. We're all mad.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you ever so much for hearing me.
Pleasure.
listening to
You
me.
take care. Thanks for coming on Spiritual Talk.
Thank you.
Take care, Sharon. Thanks
Take
for
care.
coming.
Thank you. Bye.
Have we got time? Bye, Sharon. Have we got time for one more, mate?
Two. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharon,
we are struggling tonight, but Richard's only got one machine working, so you'd have to take yourself out of the stream because we've got some technical faults tonight. We've had no broadband, we've had all sorts, but Richard is still managing to stream the show. He's doing very well, but he only has one machine up and running, and he can't do too much with it. So he's done brilliantly to get us live. So it's been one of those nights. Did I say that? But it's still good fun. It's been good fun. Oh, your phone is moving. Is that? Did you say Lydia? Yeah, Lydia. Could you rotate your phone? We got Lydia in the background as well. Hopefully, it's going to come on. Can you rotate your phone? That's it. That'll change. There you go. Perfect. And you're still on mute, Lydia. Can you unmute yourself? It should be a little button in the bottom. If you just touch the screen, that'll come up with the bottom icons, and you'll see a little microphone with a red line through it. You know, they should teach this stuff in school. Mind you, when I was at school, they had one computer, mate. That's all they had.
Oh, she's still struggling.
She's still struggling, bless her. She's got. Oh no, she's changed her phone again. She's moved it around again. So if I show, can you see this, Lydia? If you can have your phone like that at that angle, and then you should, as you press it, it should come up with the icon in the bottom left-hand corner of Zoom. No, you can't see it. Just tap the screen and the icon should come up. No. Still says me. I can't even. Do you know? I wish they could design it so you. Oh, there you go, Lydia.
You've done it now.
You've done it, but you turned your camera off. Yes. Yes, we can hear and see you. Woo. Welcome to Spiritual Talk. You're live. Welcome to Spiritual Talk.
Good. So I do have some abilities, but because my grandma came to me right after she passed.
Okay.
I had repressed a lot of my childhood. And she told me, she loved me. She talked to me for a while. She gave me a hug. And then she was like, I'm sorry I didn't tell you before. And before she passed, she got dementia and Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
So I would go and see her whenever it first started, and she would just kind of repeat stuff. And she would talk about my grandpa Omer. She would start to talk about him and then stop herself because she realized that, she was in the wrong time period. But so I feel like there's stuff I'm supposed to find at her house but I have no idea where to start. And my dad lives at her house now, and he only goes in the addition, which is where the back door is, and then the door to the basement. And then he goes to the kitchen and to the living room where the front door is, but he doesn't go to any of the bedrooms, and he only goes to the bathroom. But it's like there's books that she has that I'm supposed to find, and a couple other things, but I have no idea where they are. And my
So,
dad laughed.
Can I ask you a question?
Okay.
So, have you asked her? I know it sounds silly, but you can speak directly. Have you set the intention to ask her where these books are? Because you'll be inspired and shown.
I've asked her, but she talks in riddles.
That's a thing as well, Neil, isn't it? They can talk in riddles, absolutely.
And her riddles don't make sense to me, but I've also been told stories by random people who, I mean, like, I live probably 2 hours from where I grew up, but I will run into people who were like friends with my uncles, because my dad had 4 brothers.
Okay.
And so I was at my grandma's house a lot, actually at both of them. So my grandma Belle, she lived like within a mile of us, and so I would stay at her house a lot. And then my other grandma, whenever, because I got injured a lot, just like really, really random injuries, and I would go to my other grandma's house, and she would like give me TLC and fix me up and send me back home.
Yeah.
But I, like, my grandma Belle, she will be there because she has made one of those old clocks that has the weights on it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so she made one of those start ringing, and it freaked my dad out because the weights are not connected. So there's no way that that should have been able to work at all. Like, it's physically not possible because it's never worked. And it freaked my dad out. And I'm like, that was grandma telling you that she's here. But she won't tell me which books it is that I need to find or where to find them. And I've asked, and then she just leaves.
So the best way you can do that is to be inspired. So set the intention, okay? Have you been through, are you looking in a specific area, or you're not sure whereabouts they are in the house? There must be other books than ones you haven't found. There is other books, yeah?
So she does have some cookbooks in the kitchen. And then my dad let me go into the room that was my grandparents, and in there I found like big belt buckles like you would get from winning a rodeo. And my
Right.
dad was like, oh, well, that was either your Uncle Roy, who had just passed with an aneurysm, and he comes to me all the time when we're out on the 10 acres that my fiance bought. And he is like, he's not, yes, you told him how to fix that solution. He's not
Yep.
going to listen, but he'll come back in an hour. And so he kind of like laughs about it. But there's like, my grandma comes at random times and she gives me riddles and tells me I'm supposed to find stuff, but I have no idea where to look. And my dad has not changed anything
Okay.
there.
So do you want help trying to find those books?
Yeah. And then there's like something else that I'm supposed to find, but I have no idea what it is because the riddle didn't make sense. And that was like 2 years ago. I've been trying to figure out what I'm supposed to find and where it is. And I
Yeah.
go in there with the intention, and I go and I sit at her grave site with, which is also one of my grandfathers, and then my like there's a Bell Cemetery that is just
Yeah.
all of our relatives from like
Okay.
the 1800s,
Wow.
like even further back. I mean, they're way far back, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, first things first, don't worry. And Helen's put a
Yeah, I was
good
going to say
comment
I
on.
can do that.
Yeah, Helen, I know she's based in the UK. She's asked, have you tried going into a meditation with setting the intention and see where they are?
Yes.
Now, unfortunately,
And
with
that
this, though, Lydia, unfortunately, with this, there is no hard and fast answer unless she literally comes through and says, by the way, they're downstairs in the basement. You really have to be patient with this. Because if you're truly meant to read this or read certain books, it will come to you by hook or by crook. The other thing I would do, you could go to a bookstore, go in, and where you feel drawn to go, if it's spiritual books that she wants you to read, go to the spiritual section. Just allow your intuition and your guides to guide you what you're supposed to be reading, because it won't just be your nan's books. There'll be other things for you to develop and learn. Does that make sense? Because what happens,
yeah.
the other thing I wanted to say, Lydia, sorry to interrupt, but I
No,
think this
that's
will
okay.
really help you, because the other thing is, if we become a little bit obsessed with something, we kind of get locked in that flow. So when we let go and don't and stop resisting is when we get influenced. So forget about it for now. And like we were saying earlier, we're going about doing the garden or cooking, and something will drop in. So resistance can, or frustration can cause its own resistance. So the more we want something, the harder it becomes. So you end up getting or wanting the wanting, which is not a place to be. So let it go, sit back, and allow it to come in naturally. Does that make sense?
It does. Like, do you feel her Grandma Doris or
Not around us.
Grandpa
We're like, I always say to people,
Jennings or like
when we do mediumship, it's a bit like waiting for a bus. You never know who's gonna, when the bus arrives, you never know who's gonna come off the bus. Have we got Uncle Charlie,
right?
or have we got Peter from down the road? We just don't know. Spirit knows. Spirit sets the intention, not the intention, that they know who's coming through. There'll be messages for certain people that are in. Whether there's a level of importance to that message, I don't know. Because at the end of the day, this is the problem. Everyone wants to hear from their loved ones, and it's inspirational. It helps people to heal. So to go looking is more difficult. If you was in a one-to-one, that would be completely different. But because we're live and we have a lot of people watching, yeah, I would
Right.
certainly go about that. Yeah,
Because I'll feel
absolutely.
other
Jody's put a
people.
comment on here, and she just said to Lydia, they'll find you instead of you finding them. I totally agree with that, Jody.
Right. Because, like, I'll be watching the live and I will feel spirits of other people in the live. And I'll try
Yeah.
to send them a message or a question, but the
Yeah,
chat
tell my
kind of goes
nan to
fast.
tell me
I
where
don't
the
always
books
see it.
are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll send the
But
intention out for you as well. Okay, we'll
okay.
set that. All
Well, I
right.
know that I've gotten
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I've already purchased like 20 different books that I felt led
Yeah.
to, but I still feel like there's specific
Yeah.
books about like our family and our generation and like how we're related to who's in our cemetery.
Yeah, that's priceless. So give yourself time on that. Richard's just in my ear said we've run out of time. We've gone over time. So don't worry.
I'm
Thank
so
you for
sorry.
No, don't worry. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, you've done nothing wrong. We have I can't believe it, Neil. And also thank you, Neil, for coming in at the last minute when you was out having a night off.
You're welcome. Well, I just thought I'd come and join you, but keep you company.
Well, we've enjoyed your company and thank you for working with mediumship as well. Also, thank you to everybody that's persevered and stayed and supported us. We really appreciate you. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another great guest. Don't worry. And we hope Johnny's okay as well. Sending love out to Johnny. Can't be helped. It can't be helped. I had something similar happen to me recently, Neil, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll leave it at that. Anyway, guys, have a good weekend. And don't forget to download our app, SPTV app on Google Play. Yeah. So we're going to say goodbye to Lydia. Yeah, don't worry. Awesome. Awesome. And we'll see you in 2 weeks, guys. So thank you for joining us. And I think that's it, Richard.